Tu vas voir ce que tu apprends, mon gars, tu vas voir ça. Tu apprends ça, mon gars. Est-ce que tu mérites? Encore, vas-y.
Such a wonderful job at doing a period piece, from the costume design, production design, performances, color schemes, lighting, the locations, and scenery. Everything flowed together so cohesively and beautifully. I thought that the sound design was masterful. The score and sound effects contribute to the tone of each scene. And that's just so important. To me, one of the most emotionally powerful moments was when the lead character is at the dinner table screaming that he killed a man. That really gave me chills and made me a little emotional, because you see the raw emotion in the actor's face, and it's just really powerful. And then another moment that really stuck out to me is when he leaves on horseback and leaves the woman behind screaming that she loves him, followed by this beautiful operatic music as he rides off. I loved the singing sequence in the palace. It was really fun. And again, I'm just so impressed by the scale of this production. I also thought that there was some really genius cinematography and effects, like when the lead is walking by the native woman and she transforms into the woman in black clothes with the goat. That was a really cool moment. And the love story is so poetic, with his choice between his honor and allegiance to the king and his love for the woman. I love when she stands up to him at the end in one of the last scenes. The emotion and subtlety in her performance through that whole scene is just breathtaking.
I think with any fantasy or sci-fi, there's a great deal that goes into world building, and I think you do a really great job of establishing that and establishing the feel for what is going on, as well as creating these very memorable characters, and having their dialogue and action go along with this in a way that made a lot of sense. This is a very well-rounded piece. These are very interesting characters, and you have it come together in a way that really draws the audience in, and you build upon it in each scene. The transitions are great. The pacing is really great. You get a great sense of the characters very early on.
This is about fear of power, fear of love, fear of losing who you are at your core. We essentially see, I remember saying out loud as I was watching this feature, it seems so out of character for what this person had endured on his journey. In the beginning of the film, we see this moment of our Make Me Care sequence, our Save the Cat action, where we see our lead essentially help a woman from an abusive, disgusting, vile man. And, this man ends up being the downfall of our character's, beginning of our character's story. It's a lot of internal battles that you essentially see externally, and you kind of get to see different visions of the queen. You see that there's two different people that interchange in this moment in time. This is a period piece. I really enjoyed the scrolls and the introductory. I think that was a nice lead-in with, this is medieval poetry, and this is a story being told from this perspective of these readings, and the costuming, the production design, really makes you, walk into this believable world afoot here. It was such a story that, they really make you feel for this guy in the end of everything that he's been through.
Beautifully crafted film from top to bottom, both artistically and technically. It's well written. The performances are good. There's just a lot of just good character building and world building in here. Technically, the cinematography is fantastic. It just really suits the vibe of the film, at least as far as the aesthetic. The camera movements are motivated. Um, yeah, really tastefully done. Even things like the nudity, which maybe to someone really not paying attention might just seem whatever or gratuitous, but no, it was really there for a reason. It was it helped us learn about the character there, kind of looking at it. Really thoughtfully done.
They have this magnificent location and absolutely extraordinary custom design. They add flawless continuity with flawless addition as well between the different characters, and specifically when we get this dark characters, the death characters, they also have very high quality special effects and also flowing nicely between French and Russian. I loved how they put the fonts on the trees. They are so well done. They look very natural. And how they approach the understanding of concepts such as honor versus love and poetry as a tool for peace with amazing performances. I also like to see the death characters, specifically the one at the rainfall and this waterfall, and it's like a cave. It was very subtle and amazingly done. Also, the sound they play when they appear to maintain the suspense. It was very greatly done.
The wardrobe is well researched, from the monks' robes to the rich outfits of the courtiers, king and queens. The writing of the film is so elegant and full of meaning and metaphor, using original poetry and prayers. I enjoyed the medieval paintings shown throughout, and of course, the performances were amazing. The leads were able to convey a wide range of emotions in a subtle way, even with the heightened dramatic themes of faith, love, betrayal, and honor. And the settings were all perfectly chosen, from the rough monk's chambers to the fancy medieval castle to the lovely forest settings.
This film was a really interesting exploration of medieval French poetry through a film form. I thought the visuals were really interesting and felt authentic, especially the forest imagery and the attention to detail with the costumes. Definitely a really interesting piece that captures the tone and feel of both the paintings and the poetry of the medieval time period.